Guys, dashing here for episode 398 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 104 of Friday Night Genesis. One of the most action-packed cards we've had on Genesis, definitely of this season and maybe of all time. Not a single bad match in two champions. We're going to get things underway with one of those two matches, as the CMV Anarchy Championship is about to be on the line inside Steel Cage. The match we were supposed to see last week. Dave Turner will challenge Alistair Knox for his CMV Anarchy Championship. Of course, that matchup last week, due to John Reed snapping and brutally attacking Dave Turner backstage to the point where he had to be taken to a local medical facility, his title opportunity obviously getting taken away from him. Alistair Knox, being the fighting champion that he is, remembered, actually still wanted to defend his belt, and Seth Baker would give him a run for his money, but Knox obviously able to retain. And now, as the fans voted, remember, it was a poll a couple weeks ago that asked who they would like to see challenge for the CMV Anarchy title, and Cass to take what the fans wanted away from them, giving Dave Turner his rightful matchup right here, right now, to start off episode 104. And of course, there are no entrances because it's a custom match, so rip and peace. Never 5 get. But the whole purpose of the steel cage here is not to punish these two men. Obviously, they have no real beef between them. It's to keep John Reed or anybody else who would vie to interfere in this championship matchup out. So, Castle Fame also announcing the rule that this is not a standard steel cage match. Escapes are not allowed. You can only win by pinfall or submission. So it's literally just a standard singles matchup with a steel cage round. Again, the sole purpose of this cage is to keep John Reed from interfering, especially after that tweet that John Reed let out yesterday during Reality Wrestling, saying that a steel cage won't help Dave Turner, won't save him, won't keep Reed away from doing what he did last week again. As this matchup, we get right into it. CMV Anarchy Championship is on the line, guys, and Alistair Knox is his 4th defense of the championship. If it is a successful one, if he can defeat Dave Turner here, he will actually tie Chris Andrews for most CMV Anarchy Championship defenses in CMV history. The Bloody Bird, of course, the current international champion, when he held the Anarchy title the first time, he held it for 4 months with 4 defenses. Knox, in only 2.5 months, has been able to defend it 3 times, and of course, next Sunday at Exodus, he's set to defend the belt inside of Rage in a Cage. Look at that. There's the Dr. Teeth. And that's usually a prelude to the censorship submission hold, as Knox already looking to finish things off here. Turner quickly back to his feet. The veteran going to take advantage. Knox making the rookie mistake of taunting there, taking his eyes off the technical prodigy. You know, I got to admit that I was among the doubters back at Death Wish that said Alistair Knox would not be able to retain his title in that 6-pack challenge. I'm not going to doubt him again come Rage in a Cage next Sunday at Exodus. Of course, the Rage in a Cage, a new concept here in CMV. Nice move there by Turner. Geez, the aggressiveness. It'll be Knox with 5 other challengers locked inside of Hell in a Cell with 30 minutes on the clock. And the superstar with the most pinfalls or submissions by the end of that time limit will walk out as champion, as Knox here able to make a counter on Turner. Is he going to make quick work of Dave Turner here? Knox cinching in censorship. Only 2 people have ever been able to escape from this deadly deep guillotine submission hold. But Dave Turner's going to become the 3rd, I think. He's trying to escape. Yes, there we go. Slamming Knox into the canvas. Dave Turner able to escape that deadly, deadly hold. Joining Lance Martini and Jaquan Shea as the only guys who can say they've also managed to survive the censorship. But man, that match already almost ended pretty quickly. Only about 2.5 minutes into this steel cage match. And again, the cage is here solely to keep John Reed out, but it obviously can be used as a weapon. These two can smash each other into the steel. They can do whatever they have to win the championship. This wasn't a steel cage. It would still be Anarchy rules. Remember, every Anarchy Championship matchup, there's no disqualifications, no countouts. So this is just kind of stepping it up a notch as Dave Turner, and only his 3rd matchup in a year and a half, of course, fighting Bryce Hurt towards the end of last season and being in that 8-man ladder match to crown a new international champion at Death Wish. Currently, Dave Turner is rallying with this uppercut party, and there's a nice drop kick from the CMV Hall of Famer and former general manager of Friday Night Genesis. Good friends with Cass LaFave. Like I said, Cass not going to allow John Reed to take the right away from the fans. They voted. They wanted to see Dave Turner get this championship opportunity. Turner has formerly held the Anarchy Championship nearly 3 years ago. He was Anarchy Champion, looking to do it yet again, win his first title in over 2 years. Has got a nice combination of back suplexes. There's a nice vertical, and Alistair Knox is currently reeling. Hooks the leg. Does Dave here, the referee on the outside, of course, counting the pin. 2 count. That was close right there. And of course, as Dave Turner already tasted the sting of censorship, but was able to escape, now it seems like Knox is going to get a dose. Oh, vintage Turner with the burning hammer. Oh my God, is Turner going to be the one to dethrone Alistair Knox? Oh my God, that was close. Mamma mia. Talk about 2.99999 right there. Nearly getting it off of the Psycho Driver. The burning hammer. Now an elbow drop by Davey Boy, who rebounds off the ropes. Double axe handle. Of course, Turner's had his fair share of steel cage matches in his career. He was a part of the second ever steel cage match in CMV, guys. I believe it was 2 weeks after Ascendance 1. He fought Paul Anderson in an hour-long steel cage match. Turner was victorious there. As look at this, Alistair Knox just driving Turner's face off that top turnbuckle 11 times to the point where he's now busted wide open. Alistair Knox, of course, has never competed in a steel cage. This is great preparation for him, though, heading into the Hell in a Cell, heading into Rage in a Cage. Of course, that's a much bigger structure and certainly more demonic, but still a nice little trial for him to go through, as now, after having Turner reeling following those smashes into the top turnbuckle, once again locks in censorship, and Turner, I don't know if he's going to escape a second time. There's no rope break inside steel cage, and yes, Dave Turner is forced to submit. Alistair Knox retains the CMV Anarchy title, tying Chris Andrews for most defenses of all time. The ominous Alistair Knox certainly got a run for his money. Dave Turner showing that he's still in perhaps the best shape he's ever been in his career. Close calls in that one. I thought it might have been over after this burning hammer. 2.99999. But now, if Alistair Knox can somehow find a way to retain inside of Rage in a Cage next Sunday, he will actually break Andrews' record, set a new one with 5 defenses, but that is not going to be easy. 5 other men going to be in there with him, and it's not elimination. It's whomever has the most pins or submissions at the end of that 30-minute time limit. But tonight, Knox once again goes down in the history books with the biggest win of his career, defeating Hall of Famer Dave Turner here. What a way to kick off Friday Night Genesis number 104. This stacked card from top to bottom. The cage raises up. A hard-fought battle between these two. Dave Turner shortly still reeling from the injuries that Reed inflicted last week, but he stepped up into the cage with Knox here, put up one hell of a fight. But Alistair, one of the most dominant champions of recent memory. Forcing Dave Turner to submit. Alistair Knox steps inside of Rage in a Cage next Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Can he retain against the odds once again? Or will we have a new champion crowned? Great defense for Knox tonight, though. And of course, we know that 4 of his 5 challengers are already announced. Them being, gotta mute this before the music starts. Them being Tyson Cage, Eric Thunder, Reese Matthews, and guys, remember Luke Swanson qualified, but breaking news, towards the middle of last week was that Luke Swanson failed his drug test, puffing a little bit too much of that Mary Jane, if you know what I mean. And, well, he got caught. And Castle Fave not being lenient on the rookie, the up-and-comer, who's been undefeated as of yet, suspending him for a month and a half. So obviously he's not going to be able to miss next Sunday. Castle Fave, though, has announced his replacement, that being the Anarchy champion and international champion, Zach Cage, ladies and gentlemen, back from injury. Remember, at the end of last season, the last Genesis, in fact, he beat Gary Sukhanov to win the international title, but at the top of this season that he suffered a concussion during that matchup, so he was forced to vacate the title. He's been out for nearly 2 months, but he will return inside of Rage in a Cage, and we're going to find out later on tonight in a six-pack challenge who's going to get that last spot as kind of a last chance matchup. It's full of guys who failed to qualify this past month. You got Gary Sukhanov in there, Sean Eric Thunder last week, Lance Martini, excuse me, Black Gale, and guys, breaking news here towards the top of the show that Seth Baker is not going to be able to make it to the show tonight, so another replacement announced by General Manager Cass Lovefave, filling in for him in that six-pack challenge, is going to be the returning former CMV United States champion, the purveyor of Boone Juice, ladies and gentlemen, Samuel Boone, back after 8 months on the shelf, going to be a part of that six-pack challenge later on tonight, and vie to qualify for Rage in a Cage in his return. As we get set for more action right now, singles matchup coming your way. Jaquan Shea returns to Friday Night Genesis after 3 weeks out on an injury due to William Rage, remember, who returned the top of the month, late last month rather, and brutally assaulted Jaquan Shea. But as we found out last week, Jaquan announcing himself that William Rage has actually been released from CMV, and they were set to have that big Hell in a Cell clash, remember, at Exodus. Jaquan obviously saying it's called off. You know, William Rage, I don't blame him. He ran away from me, as he should have. So Jaquan was all set to, go home, chill out, not have a pay-per-view match. But Matsuda Tanaka of RJPW, the current RJPW television champion, would come out and challenge Shea to a matchup at Exodus to fill in for William Rage. Shea would accept, so Matsuda Tanaka, guys, is going to be debuting at Exodus to take on Jaquan Shea. But right now, this man, the Good Vibes Kid, the former Alpha World Champion, Elijah Stewart, gonna look to soften Shea up for Matsuda Tanaka come next Sunday, and of course gain momentum himself for that big fatal four-way for the Alpha World title in the main event of Exodus. By the way, hello everybody. I didn't get the chance to welcome in everybody because the show got right in with the steel cage. What up, Dynamic, Hellish, Topher, Soul? Welcome, welcome. This is the second match of Hellish. Alistair Knox retained his Anarchy title against Dave Turton inside of the steel cage. Hard-fought matchup, but right now it is Jaquan Shea and Elijah Stewart one-on-one for, I believe, the first time ever. And I'm actually very excited about what these two can do with one another in the ring here tonight, as early on we're going to get a feel-up between the two. Jaquan pushing Elijah into the quarter, and surprisingly a clean break. I expect someone like Shea to take a cheap shot there. Now it's Elijah who's going to bully Shea into the opposite corner here. Referee Perry White breaking them apart, and once more they're going to separate cleanly, as now going to shoot in is Shea with a nice looking botched flex there. Make Quentin Bell furious. How dare Jaquan steal her beloved finishing maneuver. Now a complete shot by Shea as he rebounds off the ropes. Still a fucking absolutely stacked hard. 5 more huge matches to come, my friends. We got the World Tag Team titles going to be on the line later on tonight, as Click, ahead of schedule, will defend the belts against Vintage. And via a poll on the website, by the way, it's interesting to note, it asks, what would you like to see happen should Xander Slate and Borton retain their titles later on? The options were like a random team gets selected for Exodus, a number 1 contenders match next week, or Vintage get a rematch, and that's what won, actually. I believe that got 5 votes. Nobody voted for a number 1 contenders match, and the random team got a couple. But yeah, Vintage, even if they lose tonight, which they're strongly not looking to do, but if somehow Click retain, they're going to get a rematch at Exodus thanks to the CMV universe, so they really got something to fall back on. I'm sure Slate and Borton aren't exactly ecstatic about that fact, but they just got to be focused tonight to retain their gold. He's going to back suplex by Jaquan Shea into the kip up. I guess Jaquan can now take the mantle of the kip up king that William Rage has fled CMV once again. Doesn't look like he's going to be coming back either. I still can't believe William Rage ducked out on. It was all set, Hell in a Cell. He and Shea to finally end things, but Rage was like, I didn't hear about it. I heard the news from Shea, just like everybody else. And Shea rolls to the outside. Elijah dabbing on the haters. Also to come in the co-main event, guys, first time ever it will be as Bob Luger takes on the international champion Chris Andrews. I am pumped as hell for that match. And then, in our main event, as voted by the CM Universe, Reese Matthews takes on Alpha World Champion MLP. As right now, Jaquan Shea stomping a mud hole in Stewart, gingerly walking to the other side of the ring. Is he looking for a coast-to-coast here? The former Anarchy champion looking to place double boots to the... That looked like he caught Elijah in the fucking face. Guys, Stewart might be out of it. As look at Jaquan just dragging his lifeless body out of the corner. You're going to drag him further away just to make sure that Stewart can't get a rope break anyway, anyhow, into the pin, but only a 2 count. Jaquan Shea's been preparing all month long to take on his arch rival William Rage inside of Hell in a Cell, and now he's got to prepare for the RJPW television champion Matsuda Tanaka, who I assure you all is a hard-hitting motherfucker. Nice Hurricane Rana there by Jaquan, though, and Elijah Stewart, the former Alpha World Champion, has his smarts on display, rolling out onto the apron, using the ropes to keep Jaquan at bay. Now Elijah's back to his feet. Ooh, but Jaquan just cracks in the jaw, sends him tumbling down to the outside. Again, Elijah Stewart next Sunday will be part of that fatal 4-way match for the CMV Alpha World Championship, looking to reclaim the title that he lost in that clean slate match at Death, which has Jaquan guys off the apron here. Elijah stunned. Oh, a senton just dropping all of his weight down to the chest of the Good Vibes Kid. Elijah will be joined by fellow challengers Bob Luger and Tim LaFay. Of course, MLP, the champion, going to be defending in his first defense since cashing in Money in the Bank and winning the title after that clean slate at Death Wish. Now a suplex by Elijah Stewart. Referee Perry White at a count of 4, I do believe. And Stewart looks to take Jaquan back into the ring here, maybe? Yep, throws him back in. Elijah certainly doesn't want this matchup ending via count out. As now he elbows Jaquan in the face and a leg drop on the ring apron. MLP, since winning Money in the Bank, of course, guys, has been on a roll fucking scorching hot. 2 weeks in a row, he's beaten former world champions Tim LaFave and last week Xander Slate, looking to make it 3 for 3 later on in our main event when he battles Reese Matthews, who of course would let you know that he's a former undisputed champion. Misses that Phoenix Splash to Jaquan, and now Elijah looks to show him how it's done. Yeah, he literally does. There's a Phoenix Splash by the former Alpha World Champion that connects successfully. Hey, what up, Dash? Oh, hey, go. See you in here. Oh, Bateman, my one and only. Be still my beating heart as Elijah Stewart goes for the pin. Of course, up next, guys, going to be Adam Valentine going one-on-one with Tyson Cage. The two of them actually paired up, remember, in the X-Gen Classic. They made it to the semifinals before falling out to the Cleaners. Tonight, they've been blaming each other on Twitter since then. Tonight, they're going to truly prove who the weak link was. Tyson Cage, of course, is getting ready for Rage in a Cage next Sunday at Exodus, so a win for him here tonight would be great for his momentum as Elijah looks to lock in a figure 4. That should be a rope break, though, clear as day. Yeah, Perry White's going to call for it. Elijah Stewart has to break, but the damage might have been done to those legs in the short time that he had it locked in. Or maybe not. Jaquan double boots going to push back Stewart. Now Jaquan taunting. Guys, what a matchup this has been. I knew these two wouldn't disappoint this first-time encounter. Now put into the corner. Jaquan Shea tosses Elijah out towards the middle of the ring. Oh, nice little fucking springboard, or like rebounding punch. Drop kick, now ducks a clothesline, rebounds off the ropes, and a mushroom stomp, double boots impaling Elijah Stewart. As now Jaquan going to hook the legs off of that sweet combination, brought together nicely, but only a 2 count. What a win it would be for Shea, especially now with him taking on Matsuda Tanaka next Sunday to knock off a former world champion and Elijah Stewart here. Oh, look at this. William Rage might be gone, but Jaquan Shea still going to make sure nobody forgets with the Kiwi Crushers, that roundhouse kick To the side of Elijah's head, but Elijah has taken many kicks to the side of the head and still kept on fighting as he looks to do right here. Fighting, I should say. Fighting, that's not a word. Oh, but Jaquan! Will that be enough to do it? The former Anarchy champion into the pin here. Elijah in big trouble. Will he be able to power out? No, Jaquan! Wow! What a win for Jaquan Shea, knocking off Elijah Stewart here tonight. Impressive work by Jaquan Shea. Wait a minute, Elijah Stewart's to his feet here, guys. Offering a handshake to Jaquan, who accepts. Awesome first-time matchup between these two. Jaquan gets the win and a handshake between the two. Sportsmanship on display as Shea with a big win on the road to Exodus. Elijah not so much. He'll have to try and bounce back next week on the go-home show before that fatal match. Yeah, the handshakes are back. The handshakes of doom. Alright guys, the action continues here on this stacked Friday night card as we're about to see Adam Valentine go toe-to-toe with Tyson Cage. I don't know about that. As I was saying during the last match, these two men were tag team partners during the Exton Classic a couple weeks ago. They actually made it to the semifinals, losing out to the Cleaners via, I believe it was as well. And ever since then, these two have been tweeting at each other, blaming one another for the loss, just back and forth. But now it's time they can actually prove who the weak link was of that pairing. I actually have a tweet here from Adam Valentine, who says, "So the man who cost us the X-Gen tournament gets into Rage in a Cage. Okay, let's be honest. I think conspiracy is happening against the GOAT. That's fine. I'll do what I do best and cave Cage's face in." Yeah, Zach Cage has been Adam Valentine has been petitioning these past couple of weeks to get into Rage in a Cage, but obviously that ship has sailed because later on tonight the final spot will be filled in that six-pack challenge match. But Valentine saying, "I'll just do what I do better than anybody." Cave faces, and it has been quite a season for Adam Valentine. He has gotten a lot of big wins and garnered a lot of support despite his nasty attitude from the CMV universe. There he is, the self-proclaimed greatest of all time, Adam Valentine. Basking in his own glory is Adam Valentine here. In the short time that Adam has been in CMV, he's certainly made a long list of enemies, though. I'm going to have to watch his back. Most recently, he's been in a bit of war with Pierre Thompson. We actually haven't seen Thompson since the X-Gen Classic when Valentine and Cage knocked off Thompson and Josh Wolf first round. Remember, Valentine brutally attacked here with a steel chair some weeks ago. Pierre really hasn't been able to recuperate since then. I think he might have suffered an injury. He certainly hasn't been on the past two Genesis episodes. And a tweet here, guys, now from Samuel Boone, who says, "I'd like to give credit to the certain beverage that helped me on my quest to return to CMV, Boone Juice." Yes, Samuel Boone back in action later on today after 8 months. The former United States champion, guys, around this time last year, last season, Boone, inside of an Armageddon Hell in a Cell, won the United States Championship. Tonight he has the opportunity to qualify for another Armageddon Hell in a Cell. Of course, Rage in a Cage next Sunday, where he could become Anarchy champion. He's going to have to get past 5 other guys tonight. Adam Valentine calling Tyson Cage unworthy. Tyson Cage been calling Adam Valentine a barnhouse goat. Time to finally prove which of these two is the better. Valentine looks ready to go as here comes dashing Tyson Cage. Ever since winning that poll on CMV.com a couple of months ago that said he was the most handsome man in all of CMV, he has let it go straight to his head. I mean, to be fair, I understand where the ladies were coming from. Look at that. Look at that mustache. Look at that beard. And a tweet here, guys, from Josh Wolf. Says, at Ray Furioso, whatever has gotten into you recently needs to change real fucking fast, or else we will have problems. Yeah, confrontation between Wolf and Ray Furioso earlier tonight in the locker room. That kind of got heated between them. Ray Furioso, of course, going to be on that six-pack challenge later on. Josh Wolf's not scheduled to compete, though. Tyson Cage, of course, a former Fusion Tag Team Champion. Looking to win his first singles title next Sunday at Rage in a Cage. He's on this show, Genesis. He was actually, he had a match yesterday during Reality Wrestling. He was in a Fatal 4-Way. I think he was the one that got pinned, actually, if I recall. I think Ethan Young pinned him to win that match. Yeah, but yeah, he was in action yesterday. But he is on this brand. Reality Wrestling is like our main event of like WWE's main event. That's what Reality Wrestling is. But he's on Genesis. As here we go. This matchup's going to get underway. Adam Valentine, Tyson Cage out to prove who was the weak link a couple of weeks ago. And the X-Gen Classic. Who cost them that tag team title opportunity? Of course, the winners of said X-Gen Classic, guys, Vintage, going to be getting their reward for winning that tournament up next when they challenge Click for the World Tag Team titles. Cage right out of the gate with a nasty airplane spin into a TKO. It was last week that Click challenged Vintage to move up their World Tag Team title match that was originally scheduled for Exodus, and Vintage accepting the challenge. Of course, we now know that via a poll on the website, even if Vintage lose up next, they will get a rematch for the gold at Exodus still. Like I said, I'm sure that Slate and Borton aren't too happy about that, aren't too thrilled with the fans of CMV right now, but what are you going to do? So at least Bacon and El Jefe know that they have something to fall back on, but no doubt they want to win those titles tonight. This fight's going to spill to the outside. Adam Valentine slamming Cage rib first. Right into that security wall. Now face first. Valentine going right after that moneymaker. Cage going to be furious. Oh, wait a minute. Look who it is. The big dog is back on Genesis. Valentine sees him. They're going right after each other. But, oh, what's happening? They're going right after each other. Adam Valentine takes out Pierre Thompson. Remember, Pierre has to put his hands on Valentine in order for a disqualification to happen. So Valentine attacking Pierre here isn't going to do anything. But now Tyson Cage taking advantage with a DDT. And I think the ref might be at a count of like 9, guys. Valentine's going to try to beat it. There was the 8. But Thompson's still not running away. Thompson going into the ring. He wants to get his hands on Valentine. Referee trying to maintain order. But here we go, Pierre. From behind, punching Valentine in the back of the head, and that's going to cause a disqualification, which gets Valentine the win. But look at this security now pouring down the ramp. Tyson Cage off on the side, not too thrilled, as Valentine and Thompson just being restrained, pulled apart, foaming at the mouth. I mean, I guess Valentine kind of has Pierre to thank there. He got him the win, but oh my God, Thompson returning after 2 weeks out of action, thanks to Adam Valentine. Remember, like I said, Valentine attacked Pierre last month with a steel chair after their matchup, after Valentine beat him in a one-on-one match. Now Valentine's back, or I should say Pierre's back with a vengeance toward Valentine. And now we did a rightful winner between those two. Tyson Cage looks a bit pissed, but now he's on the outside of the ring just checking his face, making sure his moneymaker's intact. That's all he really cares about, is security's escorting Pierre Thompson out of the arena through the crowd, and Adam Valentine getting dragged up the ramp. Match has been called disqualification. Time the winner. We gotta get ready for the next night, guys. The World Tag Team title about to be on the line as Click make their first defense against Vintage. Yeah, they wanted to get to this match. Excuse me. Of course, still a lot to get to even after this next bout, guys. We've got that six-pack challenge to see who's going to get the final spot inside Rage of the Cage next Sunday. We've got the co-main event, first time ever, Bob Luger and Chris Andrews one-on-one. And then in the main event, Reese Matthews and Alpha World Champion MLP are going to go out. I'm actually really looking forward to that match. Other one. But first, the World Tag Team titles decided this match was supposed to take place at Exodus, and I guess still will, no matter the outcome. But last week, Click said, you do not deserve to be challenging us on pay-per-view for our titles. You're losers. You're nobodies. You won a lucky tour. Worthy to be in the ring with us. But Castle favored decision. Vintage won the Action Classic fair and square. They won by count out, but they did win it. They get their title opportunity. But Click said, hey, why don't we do it a bit early, huh? We'll put you losers into the ground. And Vintage said, hey, winning the titles, a couple weeks beforehand, why not? And again, that poll on the website has given Vintage something to fall back on. If El Jefe and Joey Bacon can't win the titles here, they're going to get a rematch still next Sunday. And I actually just received word before Vintage come out here that Slate and Borton are in the gorilla position. They're furious. They are not happy about that getting chosen. Blaming Castle Fave, saying there's bias towards Click. And there's nothing they can do about it. And even though Vintage, these two men, have that opportunity at Exodus, still, like I said, they're going to want to win those titles tonight. Been a lot of trash talk between Click and Vintage in recent weeks. And here we go, the 500-pounder, Big Ham Joey Bacon, flanked by the human fish and Jefe, the two-time light heavyweight champion. Looking to join their brother-in-arms, Chris Andrews, and get some championship gold. Of course, the Brit, the current international champion, taking on Luger later on, but I'm sure he's backstage right now. You know, sitting down, relaxing with a lager, cheering on his boys here. And of course, Click is ever expanding. Just recently, they added a ferocity representative in the form of former Vixen champion, inaugural Vixen champion, current hardcore now, Ember Briggs. Genesis is slowly getting taken over, but there's a resistance rising as well that are not going to allow Click to just run around and do what they want. And here we go, the challenger's ready to go. You see El Jefe making sure his gloves are on tight. Joey Bacon doing some last-second shadow boxing. As here come the CMV World Tag Team Champions. It's about to get too sweet up in here. The Grand Slam champion Randy Borton, the OG Dirty Heel Xander Slate winning those titles in the Clean Slate match back at Death Wish. Defeating then champions Imaginary Friends, of course. Well, it was Smiley Danielson and Tim LaFave filling in for Freddie Osborne. Of course, Imaginary Friends, we heard earlier this week, are on their way back to CMV. So that's just more allies for the Resistance, more enemies for Click. But I'm sure, like, Britt is in the back watching this one, supporting his boys. You know, Bob Luger, Reese Matthews are in their locker room cheering on Slate and Borton here. But both of them are ready for action later on tonight as well. And as this World Tag Team title match is set to get underway, guys, we have a tweet from Adam Valentine who says, good job, Pierre, you big dumb idiot. You gave me the win. No matter what you do against me, you fail. Think everything that's happened to you since you came across me. This is my era, not yours, so do me a favor and just quit. Adam Valentine with some choice words there, but I've actually just received word, ladies and gentlemen, from the general manager's office, Cass LaFave. Following that brawl we just saw, Pierre Thompson apparently bursted into her office and demanded a match at Exodus. against Adam Valentine, and Castle Faith has just made it official. It will be Adam Valentine, the big dog Pierre Thompson, one more time next Sunday at Exodus. No holds barred as well. And right now, we're about to see who's going to walk into Exodus as the World Tag Team Champions. See the challengers right there, Vintage, Bacon, and El Jefe. And now the champions looking poised and ready to go. Xander Slate on the left, Randy Borton on the right. Two former world champions coming together. These two men, of course, since both their careers started, really. Well, of course, Xander, season 1 veteran, but Xander has always been skulking around Borton's career. They've been friends, they've been allies, you know, they've been best buds, they've been bitter rivals, but right now they're the tag team champions together. And they're looking to make sure it stays that way. As referee Perry White with his chest hair on display hoists up those prestigious belts. I gave her a name. I don't remember what it was, though. I gave her a name in some promo, but I completely forgot about it. As this matchup is going to get underway with El Jefe and Randy Borton being the legal men. And immediately the Arriba man going to take down Borton with a head scissors. Borton, though, quickly with a trip up. Going to bring Jefe to a vertical base. Borton, of course, last week in the main event of Genesis, knocked off Josh Wolf one-on-one in a great matchup. So Borton's riding a little bit of momentum, whereas Slate took that loss to MLP. So they're kind of half and half here. Vintage haven't been in action since the Action Classic. They deserved that break, though. Remember that if you did not watch that final matchup of the Action Classic, Vintage against the Cleaners, I suggest going back and watching it. What a war that was. El Jefe's actually been showing signs of perhaps a concussion these past couple of weeks. He got DDT'd so many times, he's starting to forget where he is or what he's saying. As Borton, look, another DDT, butterfly right there. Just going to add to the damage that's already mounting on Jefe. Knee to the midsection. Yeah, I do believe this is a first-time matchup. Of course, remember, Xander Slate just came over to Genesis towards the end of last season during the draft as Jefe with the Kiwi Crushers. That kick to the side of the head. El Jefe going to look to tag in Big Bacon. Here comes the 500-pounder. Certainly going to change the mood of this matchup. Borton's no stranger to facing big men. Let's never forget a headhunter. Oh, man, that is not a place you want your head tucked between the legs of Bacon as he smashes Borton's face off the canvas. So either way, guys, no matter if Vintage win the titles here, powerbomb, or if Click retain, we're going to get a rematch between these two teams next Sunday. Because if Click lose, they obviously have their rematch clause, and if Vintage lose, thanks to the CMV Universe, they're going to get a rematch. Strength on display there by the Moo Moo Man. That double leg takedown of Joey Bacon. Now an Irish whip into the corner. Looking to make a tag to Xander Slate perhaps here. And he does. Here comes the OG Dirty Heel. As we're going to get a, what is this? Oh, okay. That was unique. I don't even know what that was. Like a DDT swinging neck breaker thingamajig Alabama slam. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. We're now going to trip up Bacon as he looks to unload. Nice defense there. Nice defending by Joey Bacon. You saw he had his hands up. I don't even think any of those punches by Slate got through. Maybe one, if he was lucky. As Bacon rolls to the ring, takes a quick breath, getting back in. Uranagi slam to Xander. Taking a walk around. Going to tag it El Jefe. Now frequent tags by Vintage. The name of the game, I always say. Keep yourselves fresh and going. Kick to the midsection, though. Teamwork is also key, and certainly since Click have formed, Xander Slate and Borton just gelling. Of course, like I said, they know each other like the back of their hands. Whether they've been bitter rivals or best friends throughout their entire careers, their walks of life have intertwined, if you will. Big old powerbomb there by Xander Slate, and a stun. El Jefe been out for long as he gets back up to his seat. The former light heavyweight champion with a jawbreaker. Now a clothesline and the kip up. That agility on display, that's certainly going to help out Vintage in this matchup. Neither Borton nor Xander are exactly agile guys. Vintage, I think the part of why they're so successful is you got El Jefe, who's a high flyer, a luchador, not afraid to take a risk like this right here. Frankensteiner. And then you got Big Bacon, who just brings that strength. As Xander looks to make a hot tag, but El Jefe stops him just in time. But then, of course, for Vintage, the reason they're so good together is they're CMV veterans, man. They've been, Xander Slate 4 years in CMV, Randy Borton 3 years in CMV, both former world champions. They've been everywhere. They've done everything. Let's get a nice little arm drag by El Jefe out of the corner. Hey, what up, Schmitty? Why did I call you Schmitty? What up, Big B? My ride or die chick. Counter there by Xander Slate. Knee down to the top of the head by Hefe. As he looks to close in. From the side of Vintage, we might see a hook, line, and sinker. Maybe a jumping the shark. Or from Joey Bacon, a Baconator. Or Click going to be looking for the Slade by Slade or a Borto end. As El Jefe, what's he looking for here? A Whirlybird head scissors, I think he's setting up for. That taking Xander for a ride before dropping him on his ass. Xander's starting to get back up to his seat using the ropes. Oh, nice action roll by Slate. Oh, and an Enziguri. The two-time World Heavyweight Champion. Former United States Champion. One belt away is Xander from being a Grand Slam Champion himself. He's got to win the International title at some point. Of course, the International Champion currently Chris Andrews, who's in action later on against Click's Bob Luger. But right now, a tag to Bacon. And what is this, El Jefe? Oh my God, do not tell me the 500-pounder with a big splash and a leg drop at the same time. What a combo there by Vintage. That was picture perfect. Now the pin. New World Tag Team Champions about to be crowned. No, Borton makes the save of his good brother for what surely would have been a 3 count. Mamma mia. German suplex now to Hefe. Going to take him out. Plopping down to the outside. A leg drop. Is he going for the pin? No, I think Perry White is too focused on Borton. Got to get out of the ring. Of course, Click have the champion's advantage. They can retain on a count out or disqualification. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. But Xander Slate has not shown any signs of life since getting hit with that big splash leg drop combo. Xander Slate looking to bounce back, but a kick to the gut. Jawbreaker creates some distance between Slate and the big man. That's Slate with the Slate walk slam. Vintage Xander into the pin, hooks that tree trunk of a leg. El Jefe is still down, guys. Will that be enough to retain the titles? No, only a 2 count. If I were Xander right now, I'd make that tag real quick to Randy Borton, who's nice and fresh out on the apron. Bacon, though, not going to let that happen. One elbow to the face. Irish whip now into the corner. What up, Maury? It's the 4th matchup of the evening. World Tag Team titles on the line, and it is bad news for Xander Slate. I think this might be the only thing worse than Fish Dick and CMV is Joey Bacon's big ass being rubbed in your face. Oh, man. Xander, we're never going to smell the right way again. Able to bounce back, though, quickly. Joey Bacon putting Xander in the corner for a 2nd time. Oh, my God, are they going to switch it up? No, now it's going to be Hefe who double rebounds with a big splash and a leg drop from Bacon. Xander. Big trouble for the OG Dirty Heel, but Borton makes the save again. Yeah, Bacon way too slow to get in time. And it looks like Vintage might be getting a little bit pissed. Twice they would have won now, but Borton's on that breakup game. They got to do something about the Moo Moo Man. And Click's got to do something to come back here because they have been getting dominated so far. As a springboard 450 splash, Xander's dead. I don't think he's hit a move since getting hit with that first big splash leg drop combo. There we go. Finally a little bit of life shown. Well, he did hit the Slate walk slam. That's true. Yeah, I got that. Rolling neck snap now by Slate. I don't know what he's doing, man. Xander's got to make a tag. Going to the corner. What is he doing? Oh, my God, of course. Xander letting everybody know he's okay, even though he's most definitely not. Up on the top rope. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing as now he closes in on El Jefe. And this is dangerous territory as Xander Slate can lock in that new submission of his. There's the kick cutter. Flips over. Locks it in. Slade by Slate. Cinched in deep. Slade by Slate is locked in. Will El Jefe tag? Can Click retain the World Tag Team titles? No, El Jefe breaks free. Xander Slate can't believe it. El Jefe takes advantage of his shock, putting Slate in the corner. Now a standard tag to Bacon. No, I got him, Dash. Like I said, he was in action yesterday. Look at this now! Assisted leg drop into the pin. Oh, my God. 1, 2. Oh, yeah, 2 count. Oh, man, the close calls on this one. Slate, his man of just these dirty heel tags on display from Vintage lately, man. They won the X-Shin Classic to be a count out. They're always raking eyes, taking off turnbuckles, and now Slate's coconut's being crushed with that vice grip. Jeez. Now gonna flip him over. I can't believe the way Vintage have been dominating Click, man. Slate and Born have got to find a way to bounce back, and that way, I believe, is making the fucking tag. Sleeper slam now by Xander. And Slate is going to try to make a comeback. It's on my YouTube dash, which is linked in my Twitch info section, or somebody can. It's youtube.com/dashingdj. It'll come up. It's it should be the most recent upload. Reality Wrestling was that fatal four-way, fatal four-way. Xander Slate makes the comeback, couple of clotheslines, and a tilt-a-whirl single knee backward. You saw Jefe begging for the tag. Xander, though, with a second taste of the Slate Walk Slam. Hooks that leg once again. Jefe turns his back. Instead of getting in and trying to help out, I guess he had faith in Bacon. And good thing he did. Joey able to kick out at 2. Irish whip now. Oh, Xander already took this once. Yeah, he's not about to do it again. He does not want to tell. Oh, Xander! Once again! Can he get it locked in? On the big man! Slate by Slate, cinched in deep. Will Bacon be forced to tap? Bacon taps! Bacon taps out! Xander Slate with the clutch and Click retain the World Tag Team titles. Wow! El Jefe able to escape, but Bacon could not. The big man, susceptible, submits to Slate by Slate. Click able to retain, ladies and gentlemen. But that was not easy. That was domination by Vintage with a couple of lucky spots pulled off by Slate. And now Click, in just 2 weeks' time, next Sunday, have to defend the belts again against Vintage thanks to the CMV Universe. They hardly were able to scratch and claw out the win here. I don't know if I have faith that they'll do it again next Sunday, but at least tonight the titles stay around their waists. Randy Borton and Xander Slate still the World Tag Team Champions. Borton hardly did anything, by the way. He was in the matchup like for a minute at the start. Slate just got murdered. But locking in that submission, forcing Bacon to tap. And Click are still the World Tag Team Champions. It's hot in here. I need a drink of water. Upload him Echo so I can put, where's Sam Valentine? Of course, there's still a whole lot of Click to come, as in the Coleman event after this six-pack challenge for the first time ever. It is going to be Bob Luger and the Bloody Bird Chris Andrews one-on-one. Then in the main event, Reese Matthews, the former undisputed champion, looks to be the one to finally stop MLP in his tracks, because the Alpha World Champion been on fucking fire since winning the gold, knocking off 2 former world champions, Xander Slate last week, Tim LaFave the week before. But here we go. This is indeed a last chance six-pack challenge. All 6 of these meant the exclusion of Samuel Boone, of course, who's filling in for Seth Baker, could not make it to the arena. Failed to beforehand. Failed to defeat Knox at some point. But now they have that chance. There's 1 spot left in Rage in a Cage next Sunday at Exodus. Of course, we now know Knox solidifying his spot as defending the Anarchy title when you retain against Dave Turner towards the top of the show inside of the steel cage. And so far we have Tyson Cage, Eric Thunder, and Reese Matthews filling it up. But here we go. Let's see who's going to take the final spot, who's going to join the other 5 men in that first-time matchup. Again, the Rage in a Cage, a new match concept. It's an Armageddon Hell in a Cell, but with a twist. 30 minutes are going to be on the clock. And the superstar who has the most pinfalls or submissions at the end of that time limit will walk out as champion. The only man of these 6 who has Hell in a Cell experience is Samuel Boone, like I talked about earlier. And nearly a year ago today, he won the Armageddon Hell in a Cell at Point Break. I think was the pay-per-view he became United States champion. Of course, he's been out for 8 months, just recently returning former member of the Fusion roster, taking his turn on Genesis now. Boom Juice is back, baby. As he's going right at it with the Russian Ogre, Guri Selkinov. You see Ray Furioso sporting a new attire, going after Black Gale, and Sean Kent taking on Lance Martini. Guri Selkinov, of course, was a part of the six-pack challenge that took place at Death Wish for the Anarchy title. He was in the final three. He got tapped out along with pretty much everyone else by Knox. And Lance Martini a couple weeks ago put up one hell of a fight against Knox. What a match it was, but Knox also took him out. And then, of course, Kent, Gale, and Ray all failed qualifying matches. Kent lost to Eric Thunder last week. Ray Furioso lost to Reese Matthews. And Black Gale 2 weeks ago lost to Tyson Cage. This is all a final opportunity for them, though. Of course, the... Excuse me, I almost want my throat tonight. Got cock hair in there, am I right? Pubes. But, certainly it's not exactly like punching your ticket to Candyland. You're not exactly going anywhere fun. You're going inside of the Devil's Domain, the demonic structure known as Hell in a Cell. Oh, roll up here by Lance Martini, looking to eliminate Samuel Boone in his grand return. Ray Furioso in there, former Rising Star champion, having his problems with Josh Wolf these past couple of weeks. Earlier tonight, like I said, it got pretty heated between them. And the locker room as Furioso lines up Guri Selkinov here. And the Russian Ogre, who of course last week failed to become #1 contender to the international title, might be the first eliminated as Ray locks in that deadly Fujiwara armbar off the tilt wall that cost Brett Angel his career. He's got it locked in, but there we go. Guri Selkinov able to escape, thankfully. Wouldn't want Guri Selkinov getting his arm broken. Believe it or not, I'm a big Selkinov fan. Would hate to see him lose his career. Russian leg sweep, though. And Markentel defeating Guri Selkinov last week and has been made official. It will be Markentel challenging Chris Andrews for the international title next Sunday at Exodus. Chris Andrews in action up next in our coming event against Bob Luger. Big spine buster by Selkinov. Look at that over there in the corner, guys. Sean Kent has Black Gale in trouble with the GTS, and Lance Martini has Samuel Boone in trouble with the spinning reverse STO. Sean Kent not pinning Black Gale, which is a mistake. Let's see if Martini pins Boone. Yes, he does. He's not going to diddle-daddle. 1, 2, 3, and Boone is the first man eliminated. Not a great return for the former United States champion. He was a last-second fill-in. Wasn't even supposed to be competing here tonight. Wanted that opportunity, but unfortunately for him, he is the first eliminated at the hands of the party boy. As now off the top rope with an elbow drop. Martini has finished men with that move before. Selkinov looks to pin Gale, who I think is still reeling from the GTS, but only a 2 count. He was given way too much time. So now 5 men remain. Ooh, little knee strike by Lance to Ray there from the second turnbuckle. Gale is doing a lot of taunting in this matchup. Of course, Black Gale made his Genesis debut 2 weeks ago, and losing effort to Tyson Cage, that Rage in a Cage qualifier. Dirty heel tactics by Sean Kent being employed. Even that's not enough to keep down the 400-pounder, though. Black Gale did rebound yesterday. Main Event of Reality Wrestling defeated Johnny Vegas in a no-holds-barred match. Black Gale battling his vices, his addiction, while also trying to become champion here in CMV. He's got a one-night stand for Martini now. Takes out Furioso. Sean Kent trying to get himself back up to his feet over there on the far side of the ring. Oh, I think about a counter. Oh, no! A little twist from the party boy. Now up to the top rope, maybe looking for his elbow drop again. Yes, he is! Lance Martini, elbow to the heart, but not going to go for the pin. Oh, what? Preemptively saw that drop kick from Furioso come. Oh, Furioso just saved Gale. Maybe a little bit of alliance between Furioso and Gale in this matchup. It's always a smart strategy. Work with somebody, thin the herd, and then go after each other. But of course, you can never trust anybody. Hey, what up, Assassin King? Welcome, my friend. High kick by Sean Kent to Lance Martini, while Black Gale also showcasing another strategy that I talk about a lot. Is in a multi-man matchup, take a step back, let your opponents beat the hell out of each other, and then close them, and you see an opportunity, an opening. Oh, nice kick there by Ray. Hey, Vic. Yeah, Amber Briggs, baby. Most recent inductee into Click. representative over on Ferocity. Clicks growing and growing. And even though the resistance, as they're calling themselves, is fighting back, I don't know, another war I feel is brewing here in CMV. But right now, Guri busted open after that face buster by Ray. Maybe another elimination inbound. No. Sean Kent now looking to flip the switch on Kill. Yeah, kill switch by Sean Kent. Then goes after Lance Martini. Oh my God, the strength by Furioso on display. I love this new attire, by the way, on Ray. Torture rack powerbomb. He just had 400 pounds across his neck. Probably strained it. Pulled a muscle at least. Oh, deadly dive onto Guri. Lance Martini, the only man standing right now. Drilling the knees as the party boy now into the chest of Ray Furioso. I'm sure Alistair Knox, you know, he's had run-ins with two of the men that are left here, and Lance Martini and Guri Suckinov. But right now, down the sombering, wet something road. I'm never going to remember that, Chris. I just want you to know. But a reverse package powerbomb might see Kent eliminated. No, Kent survives that. Wow, that's some resiliency, some heart shown by the younger Kent brother. European uppercut now to the thick Russian. Guri Suckinov gets a kick to the gut. Lance Martini not holding back, just going in on Guri. And these two are actually set to go one-on-one next Friday on Genesis. Lance Martini and Guri Suckinov. So feeling each other out right now. And perhaps one of them will be the sixth and final man to enter Rage in a Cage next Sunday, as Guri's cut is getting worse and worse. It's been a good 10 minutes since Samuel Boone was eliminated. Nobody else has been pinned or submitted as of yet. Hey, what up, Tomcat? Excited for that main event still to come. Reese Matthews and Alpha World Champion MLP going at it. Guri Suckinov takes some time to taunt here as Sean Kent sizes up Ray Furioso. Looking for a GTS pin. Ray is taking a lot of punishment in this matchup. GTS into the pin. That's got to be enough. 1, 2. What? No, he's taking literally, I think, 5 finishers. That's the first time he's actually been pinned. Furioso. Oh, but wait a minute, look at this. Guri Suckinov with that deadly sit-out powerbomb. Gale might be the next to fall. 1, 2. No, Gale kicks out. Look at Sean Kent no, motherfucker, I'm eliminating you. Up on the shoulders a second time. Looking to introduce his knee to Ray Furioso's face. Numero 2 there. GTS hooks the leg. That's got to be an elimination. 1, 2, 3. Yes. So Ray Furioso's frustrations continue. He will not be getting the final spot inside of Rage in a Cage next Sunday. As Turf Stomp by Sean Kent delivered to Guri Suckinov. 4 remain. Black Gale battling Lance Martini. Gale rebounds off the ropes as Ray Furioso takes his leave, knee to the side of the head into a neck breaker. Sean Kent fighting the Russian Ogre. One of these 4 men will join the lot. Shot at the CMV Anarchy Championship. Currently Black Gale and Martini countering everything. They're throwing at each other. Pop-up punch by Suckinov to Kent there. Yeah, a lot of people would probably call Sean Kent a cunt, let's be honest. But I think, Lance Martini just got busted open. As Sean Kent with the straight GTS delivered to the big man. Hooks that tree trunk. 1, 2, 3. Suckinov eliminated. Meanwhile, Martini did hit Black Gale with a spinning reverse STO, but doesn't go for the pin. Nobody wants to pin Gale in this match. But it is now down to 3. Suckinov has been eliminated. Lance Martini, Sean Kent, and the Black Gale remain. Gale closes in now. Oh, Sean Kent just broke up Gale's finisher. That's not very nice. Hook to the back of the head, though. Going for that kill switch that he's hit 10 times in this match now. Laying out Lance Martini. Gale going to go for the pin, maybe? No, going to add to the damage. As he props him up into a seated position. Lance Martini bleeding from a cut on his forehead, I believe. Black Gale cut him open with a punch. Oh, another spinning reverse STO. Let's see if Sean Kent tries to steal the pin here, or lets Lance Martini take it, or neither of them do. Instead, Martini turns around right into a GTS. Kent looking to make it 3 eliminations. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. The party boy with that spirit. But look at Kent like, what? No matter, I shall defeat you in the end. Up to that top rope. Ooh! Definitely going for Lance with that elbow drop, but caught Kent instead, who's reeling from it. Looks dead. Black Gale takes a moment to acknowledge the CMV Universe here live in attendance on Friday Night Genesis number 104. It is down to 3 men in this 6-pack challenge for the final spot in Rage in the Cage next Sunday. As Black Ale looks for a muscle buster on Sean Kent here. Oof, that could be a career-ending maneuver you hit it the wrong way. Yeah, Sean Kent's certainly been the MVP of this matchup, eliminating Ray Frioso and Guri Sukanov. I think he might have been, oh no, Lance Martini eliminated Samuel Boone, as Martini shows off his athleticism. Ooh, a drop kick as well. Ooh, that was sexy. And Sean Kent looking to steal the pin as well. Lateral press here, and he gets it! Gale is eliminated, and then there were 2. It is down to the party boy and the younger Kent brother. One of these 2 men is going to Exodus next Sunday. One of these 2 men is entering Rage in a Cage for a shot at the end. You can settle 3 eliminations for Kent, but now a frog splash by Lance Martini. That usually is a prelude to either the elbow drop or the swinging reverse STO. Sean Kent, though, looking to punch his ticket to Rage in a Cage. Puts the party boy in the corner. GTS! And a roll. Lance Martini countered the running bulldog. What a reversal. Now takes him down. Side headlock on the ground. Looking to control this match. Slow things down a little bit, regain some stamina, some energy, some gas back in the tank, if you will. Now Martini has his shot, lining it up, pulling the trigger, swing reverse, STO. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Lance Martini's going to Rage in a Cage, baby. The 6th and final man confirmed. Sean Kent with 3 eliminations, Martini with 2, and the party boy is entering hell. What a 6-pack. I feel bad for Samuel Boone. Wasn't exactly a great return for him. The first one eliminated within like 5 minutes. And a tweet here, guys, from the White Rabbit, Freddie Osborne, says, Smile and I were lost in the Sahara Desert, but we're back in the States now. We'll return soon. Yeah, I said that earlier tonight. Imaginary friends on their way back to CMV as the Party Boys celebrates this big win. So now we got the final lineup. Alistair Knox defending his title against Tyson Cage, Eric Thunder, Reese Matthews, Zach Cage, and now Lance Martini. All right, folks, now in our co-main event is a first-time meeting between Bob Luger and Chris Andrews. One-on-one, that is. They did actually fought on opposite sides late last season. It was the draft episode that Chris Andrews and Voice Vindy knocked off Bob Luger and Tim LaFave in a tag team matchup, but they have never fought one-on-one before. And that treat here on Genesis number 104. As Bob Luger looking to carry off the Click Brothers earlier tonight was against Vintage, battling the Bloody Brit. the current CMV International Champion, who will defend his title next Sunday at Exodus against Mercantile. Of course, Luger set to be a part of that fatal four-way, looking to become a 3-time CMV Alpha World Champion. Of course, the current champ, MLP, in action up next as he takes on another Click brother and Reese Matthews. This is Luger's first matchup, guys, since, of course, being victorious in the clean slate match, becoming Alpha World Champion a second time, but then being cashed in on by MLP, and thanks to the assist by Elijah Stewart, losing the belt only minutes after winning it. Well, now the work ethic titan looking to put down Chris Andrews here and return with a bang. You suck. You suck. I'm actually also saying, you suck. No, still no. We missed that. We missed it. Next time. Oh, Bob Luger looking like a golden god here. The front man of Click, looking to show everybody how it's done. He's got quite a mountain to climb in front of him here tonight, though, as he seeks momentum on the road to that fatal four-way for the Alpha World title next Sunday. Excuse me. Yes, here he comes. The favorite, the one and only CMV International Champion. For some reason, I'm never going to remember it. It strips certain people of their titles. Like, every time I go into Universe, I have to put the title back onto Chris Andrews. I'm never going to remember that. I need to patch that shit because it is hella annoying. But I guess Chris Andrews keeping his international title safe backstage with Joey Bacon and El Jefe doesn't trust somebody to come out here and steal it. He's had his title stolen before. Doesn't want to go through that again. But he is the international champion. Winning that 8-man ladder match back at Death Wish to do so. Here we go. Bob Luger, Chris Andrews, first time ever. Referee Perry White rings that bell, and here we go. Right out of the gate, snap German suplex to the Brit. I'm sure Chris Andrews not exactly thrilled right now with Vintage failing to capture the World Tag Team title. We're going to get some payback for them. Again, Vintage are going to get her. Oh, look at the steal. It is Bob Luger here with a schoolboy, but I think that might have been a rope break. That would be that would be sad for this big hype for this first time match, and Andrews loses in 10 seconds to roll up, but he ain't no Pierre. A clean break shown. Luger with a little bit of respect here towards Chris Andrews, and Andrews reciprocating. As now it's Luger who pushes the international champion into the ropes, so now takes the cheap shot. There we go. That's the Luger I know. As they close back in, an Irish whip, international champion rebounds off the ropes. Jawbreaker, though, going to stagger Bob Luger. Closes in, trips him up. Look at the hammer away with some right hands. Looks like it was well defended by Bob Luger. I don't know if any of those punches got through there. And a tweet, guys, from Jaquan Shea says, Stewart, I shook your hand for what you've done in this business. Nothing less, nothing more. I'm not joining the Resistance because, well, I don't like anyone. Yeah, that's what I thought somebody said in chat. Yeah, is Jaquan gonna, help out the Resistance? No, that's not Jaquan. That's not what he's like. But it was a big win for him earlier tonight. Front headlock by Luger. Let's go. Oh, and the Golden God falling down to the outside. Landing hard on his ass. Chris Andrews follows suit now as he flips him onto his backside. Jesus Christ. Chris Andrews going after those legs. Of course, we know Luger going to be on the hunt to pull out that Luger landing. And Chris Andrews looking to delve out some revenge. Look at this now, sitting on his back in the camel clutch position, just unleashing punches right across the forehead. Kick to the gut, count of 5 here as Bob Luger with another German suplex. Not just one. Wow, Chris Andrews going to Suplex City for a change. Usually he's the one that takes people on the express lane. There's 2, and now the 3 guys. But we're at a count of 7 right now, which is dangerous territory. Count of 8, and I don't know if these 2 know what the hell is going on. Short arm, shoulder block. There's Vintage Brit. Vintage Brit gonna look to take the count out win. Cheeky, the Bloody Brit, winning via count out over Bob Luger. Like always, Vintage Andrews beats out Luger to take the win via countout. Luger's return soiled as Britt says, I'll do what I gotta do to win. Vintage Britt, Luger fuming on the outside. He is not, wait a minute, Marcantel from behind. Andrews doesn't see him. The number 1 contender misses the punch. Wow, misses the punch again. Jeez, Marcantel, you had the opportunity of surprise there and just completely blew it. Look at Luger's not doing it. He's smiling. He's got a little smirk on his face as he walks up the ramp. He's just gonna let Marcantel try to tear Britt apart, but right now it's looking like Britt's tearing Marcantel apart. Marcantel felt so bad for that surprise attack. He missed the punch twice. Headbutt by Chris Andrews, though. The international champion saying, hey, I didn't really have much of a fight there. I'll take you on. These 2 are scheduled to go at it for the title next Sunday at Exodus. Apparently, Marcantel didn't want to wait. Big Marky Moo looking for a muscle buster and dropping Britt right on his neck. Perry White calling for help from backstage, calling for security, calling for some more rest, but nobody's coming. Marcantel having his way with the international champion, holds him in a front headlock now, an Irish whipper to the corner. From behind, but Britt with an elbow to the face. Britt, reel him in, DDT. And Chris Andrews knocks out Marcantel. The Bloody Britt doing what he does best, taking on any and wins back. 2 for the price of 1. Good night for the Brit. So Chris Andrews gets that momentum for himself, gets a win over the Click, and sends a message to Marcantel, who tried to ambush him there. Luger left with a smile on his face. He didn't care. Hey, that preserves his energy for the Fatal 4-Way next Sunday. That's what matters most, the Alpha World title. But yeah, I was looking for first time to see it again in the future, and I'm sure this war is just beginning. And Bob Luger with a tweet says, doesn't count. But now it is time for our main event. Click our 1-1 tonight. Slate and Borton retaining the titles, but Andrews just beat Luger. Let's see if Reese can finish the night and put Click in the positive, or if MLP will continue this fucking hot streak that he has been on. Cashed in Money in the Bank at thanks to the assist by Stewart, pinned Luger to win the title, and now in the past 2 weeks has taken out 2 former world champions in the form of Tim LaFave and last week Xander Slate. Can he make it 3 for 3? As via a poll on the website, Reese Matthews gets an opportunity here. Of course, Matthews set to enter Rage in a Cage next Sunday at Exodus, become Anarchy champion. And of course, Reese Matthews wants nothing more than to one day hold the Undisputed title again. The doubters have been very vocal towards MLP since he won the title, but week after week they're slowly but surely getting silenced. MLP has a big task coming his way next Sunday. He has to defend against 3 other men, and he does not have the advantage. He won't even have to be pinned or submitted to lose his title in that Fatal 4-Way. MLP, though, put himself in that position. Remember, Elijah Stewart wanted his rematch. MLP said, you got it. Then Bob Luger was like, hey, I deserve a rematch. MLP was like, you got it. Then Tim LaFave was like, hey, man, I want it on this. And MLP said, you got it. The more the merrier. I'm a fighting champion. I respect that. But he also might have cost himself. As Reese Matthews not concerned with the opinions of the CMV universe, awaiting the arrival of Michael Lee Pratt. Hey, what up? Here he comes. The CMV Alpha World Champion, Michael Lee Pratt, baby. What a sight to see. Pratt, one of the fastest rising stars, no doubt about it. What a story, too, because remember how he originally debuted on the main roster? He was a part of the first incarnation of NGW. He got called up. He actually went on a massive losing streak. In his first match on the main roster, he was quickly eliminated from the Royal Rumble, setting the record for quickest elimination. Then he went on a 15-match winning streak that saw him win Money in the Bank at Battle Stars 3. And like I said, cashed it at Death Wish, did the deed, became champion. A lot of haters out there, but not a lot of people can say they beat Tim LaFave and Xander Slade clean. That's what MLP has done 2 weeks since winning the belt. Here we go. As we get ready for this main event, a big tweet from Lance Martini says, fun and games, alcohol and one-night stands, but everyone, I step foot in a squared circle, I am the real deal. The new season saw a host of new talent arrive, but whilst they remain on Reality Wrestling, I've got a one-way ticket to the top because I'm that damn good. That ain't the drink talking, it's a fact of life. So Martini obviously riding high after his big six-pack challenge win, and now has his spot inside Rage in a Cage next Sunday. I'm a big Party Boy fan. Very well could be the next Anarchy Champion. Here we go. This main event matchup, as voted by the CMV Universe, gets underway, and a big power bump by MLP immediately might tell you how this match is going to go. As now the Alpha World Champion rebounds off the ropes, and a nice knee drop directly to the face. Jeez. Who is the greatest international champion of all time? I think, in my opinion, probably Jackson Jordan still. He was a pretty great international champion. 10 out of 10. Of course, you got to give credit to the, I think it's a 3-way tie for longest reigning international champion of all time. You got Borton, Troy Voodoo, and who's the other guy? Completely forgetting who there's a third guy, though. Got to look at them record books. We know I don't have the greatest memory. Up on that second turnbuckle, though. Misses the double axe handle. Reese is just getting back to his seat. MLP is going to help him as he throws him overhead. Reese has not gotten any offense in since the bell rang. It's been all MLP, man. He's got so much momentum behind him. It's like a fucking rocket. But Reese is going to try to bring him down here. What up, Wolf, my friend? Welcome to CMB. Welcome to Genesis. This is the main event. I hope you're enjoying the show. If you got a call, you want to be on the show, anybody in chat who's new, exclamation point CMV will let you know more about us. Exclamation point join will give you a link to our website. If you would like your call feature on the show, lateral press there by the former Undisputed Champion. Only gets him a 1 count. Punch to the top of the head. Reese has said in his own words that the Alpha World Championship, it would never even suffice. It's the undisputed title. That's the most grand in CMB. But of course, he's not going to shy away at winning the Alpha World Championship. And, next Sunday, the Anarchy Championship. Gold is gold. He might, the ultimate goal for him might be the undisputed title, which he'd have to go back to Fusion to get, but waist lock there. Escape by MLP. Pratt from behind. Punch to the back of the head. Now the champion with another punch to the back of the head. Looks like a Uranagi slam. A pump handle action, too. Oh! I believe that's the kick to stardom by MLP that nearly puts Reese's lights out, but only the 2 count. MLP can't see and believe it as he looks at the front row. But now the champion looks to pull the trigger. This is Xbox One, and this is the edge of glory as he flips him over into the pin, looking for the 3rd week in a row to knock off a former world champion. He does! Wow! 3 for motherfucking 3. Hardly breaking a sweat Michael Lee Pratt puts down Reese Matthews. The Alpha World Champion, man, is on fucking fire. Who's gonna stop this kid? Who is going to fucking stop him? He's got 3 challengers waiting him. 3 of the best that ever did it. Bob Luger, Tim LaFave, and Elijah Stewart. Where he won't even have to be pinned or submitted to lose his belt, but I think I'm still putting my money behind MLP. Who can hate? Who can say anything about MLP now? Tim LaFave, Xander Slate, Reese Matthews, 3 former world champions in 3 weeks. MLP has lined him up and knocked him down. Michael Lee Pratt, man. Just keeps building that momentum. Exodus awaits. I don't know, if I were Luger, LaFave, or Stewart, I might be a bit scared. Oh, is Flame a TCW guy? Come in, my friend. Any friend of Topher's is a friend of CMV's. Alright, let's get that win a match action. Whew. It's hot in here. Turn off the heat though, it's gonna be freezing, I already know it. Oh, are you on PS4, Flame? If you really want to be a part of CMV, we have people that make calls here. Topher's one of them. Like Maury and shit, other people. Or you can just watch. We're glad to have you on their way. Alright, let's see what we got here. I gotta get a drink of water. Throat's... I'm parched. Yeah, Topher's more like a second cousin. You really don't like that much. But, you know, you have to put up with because he's there. Excuse me. Alright, let's see. Wait, did I win? Oh, yeah, Borton, you get to pick the match. There you go, my friend. Oh, you have a call on Xbox One? If you want me to get them, just let me know the tags and I can hook them up. And you can check out our website. I don't know if I wasn't even looking. But there's a link to our website right there. Borton, choose a match. I could actually see Chris Andrews yelling that. Chris Andrews has the bell on. What? It's a legit way to win. What you on about? If you couldn't win that way, it wouldn't be there. 4-way. An eliminate. What kind of 4-way, Borton? Little bitch. Just a normal fatal 4-way. Alright, let's see. Tell Jackson to bring Jackson Jordan back so he could be a world champion already. Oh, did I do join by accident? To do a winner. Wolf gets to choose somebody. Don't think you know our roster though, so that's kind of fucked. Tomcat, there you go. Tomcat, of course. Hey, Goat. So Tomcat, Goat. You get to choose. Tom, can I abort you and get to choose the match type? Come on, we need one more winner. One more, come on. Oh my god. Why is this thing so bad? Hey, there we go. Alright, so we got Joey Bacon from Flame. Joey Bacon. Well, Elijah Stewart. Okay. Valentine. Gumble, you're up. Oh, is he streaming? Oh, rip. Alright, choose somebody else. Come on, winner. Hate this thing. Man. Alright, first name I see I'm putting in there. That's not Ziegler. Because winner's being a bitch. Oh, I see Borton. The first name that came up. Excuse me. Yeah, entrances are off good. Yeah, we have a whole nother show that's all vixens, we call them. That's what we call our women. Alright, this is quite a fatal four-way. All four men we just saw in this last episode of Genesis. As Murphy and Slappy's attire, may we never forget him, rings the bell. And Joey Bacon, who of course lost. Oh, actually, I didn't even realize I got Bacon and Borton in here. Of course, we just saw Vintage fail to capture the World Tag Team titles from the Click, but we now know it'll be Click defending once again against Vintage next Sunday at Exodus. We got Elijah Stewart in here coming off the loss to Jaquan Shea. Valentine coming off the win thanks to a disqualification. Pierre Thompson attacking Valentine during that match. I would have expected Bacon to go for Borton. Instead, he's fucking killing Valentine. Jeez. I don't do entrances for the live event, Flame. We do them during, like, we just streamed the whole regular show, 7 matches on Genesis. This is just a bonus match, an exhibition. Joey Bacon from behind now, tearing into Valentine still as he throws him into the canvas. Meanwhile, Borton and Elijah going at it. Clothesline by the Good Vibes Kid. Now a stomp down out of the arm. Borton put on his stomach. Face first into the canvas. A backing. Joey a backing. Hurricane Rana. That's when Joey Bacon. We need that transformation when Bacon eventually loses all this weight, you know, and gets like fucking totally shredded. He doesn't change his name, Joey Salads. You know what I'm saying? He could do pranks and shit backstage. That's what you got to do, you know. You're a big fan, Echo. Big fan. Irish whip now. Valentine into the corner. Has the sights set on board as he smashes him face first off that turnbuckle repeatedly again and again and again. Meanwhile, Elijah and Joey Bacon kind of allies in the war against Click. Going toe-to-toe here. From behind, oh my God, Elijah Stewart was about to throw his back out. Actually should be thanking Valentine for breaking that up. About to attempt a fucking deadlift German, I think, on the 500-pounder. Irish whip now into the steel post. Knife edge chop across the chest, not just once but twice by the Moo Moo Man. And Bacon again smashed headfirst off of that steel post. Punch from behind. Back suplex. I don't know why they're deciding to fight over here in the corner. There we go. Borton takes the fight back into the ring. One half of the CMV World Tag Team Champions closes in, goes for a kick to that massive gut, instead gets an Irish whip into the corner. Closes in though. DDT spiking him right on top of his head as now he brings him to a vertical base, and Borton for the go-home driver, the biggest go-home driver of all time. Will he indeed send Joey Bacon home? Nope, because Adam Valentine just killed Murphy with an elbow to the back of the head, desperate to break up that pin. Of course, this is a standard Fatal 4-way, which means first man to get pin or submission will walk out with that victory. Pile driver by Valentine. And a Porto end to Bacon, but nobody can make the pin because Murphy's still down. Of course, Valentine now knows that he's got a matchup coming his way next Sunday at Exodus. He goes one-on-one with Pierre Thompson. They finally settle the beef. And a no-holds-barred match out. Oh, my God. Do not tell me he's about to do this, guys. Earthquake inbound here. And this arena as Adam Valentine about to superplex the 500-pounder to the outside. Holy shit. The fans chanting, this is awesome. More like this is a natural disaster. Jesus Christ. Good God. Irish whip now back into the ring. Jake Watson. Oh my God, I remember him. He was actually in CMV. He was Zach Payne's protege way back when. Whew. Mamma mia, man. Punch to the face. Arm drag, though, going to bring Borton overhead by Adam Valentine. Oh, Valentine over the slapjack? No, it's a butterfly pile driver. Yeah, he was Zach Payne's protege. He actually fought Jackson Jordan once for the United States Championship. That was on 2K15. That was 3 years ago. That match happened, never forget. Yeah, they had a pay-per-view match with. He was also at the beginning of 2K16, but he didn't last long. Borton rolling to the outside, taken out by Valentine. As now the goat looks to get a piece of Elijah, but Joey Bacon's not allowing it. I think he better go for a Baconator right there, but Adam Valentine saving Elijah's life. Alright, Flame, I don't run the Vixen show. It's somebody else entirely streams it. It's called Ferocity, so you're going to have to talk to him. But if you have a superstar made, I'll take him. Excuse me. Joey Bacon. Oh, just being around Joey Bacon makes me burp. Double kick to the gut there. A little bit of teamwork by Borton and Valentine. Doesn't last long, though. Elijah chucked into the fucking oblivion as Borton's hit with another pile driver there. Valentine takes out Bacon. Elijah threatens a punch. Hooks the leg, though. Immediately broken up by the Goodbyes Kid. Kick to the midsection. The former Alpha World Champion hoping to bounce back off his Jaquan Shea loss on Genesis. Get momentum towards the Fatal 4-Way at Exodus next Sunday. A little pump handle single knee backbreaker. Yeah, you missed all of them, Diamond. This is the winner match. You missed all 7, my dear friend. As Borton, sunset flip into the ring, makes the pin. I don't think anybody's ever kicked out of one of those. Ah, but Bacon makes the save. He knew. Divine was in the winner match earlier, yesterday on Reality Wrestling. Maury. Meanwhile, Valentine in the ring. The schoolboy butterfly DDT catches Borton off guard. Oh my God, about to get a big win was Valentine of one half the CMV World Tag Team Champs. But Borton, of course, showing that resiliency. Single knee backbreaker and neckbreaker combination. And now, Big Master! Drilling that head into the canvas. Oh, Elijah? The hell is he doing? Oh! Becky just got in the ring, was like, hey, what's up, Elijah? Fucking Stewart just caved his face in with that high knee. And a Borto end by the milkman to Adam Valentine. Hooks the leg as Bacon is preoccupied with Elijah. Stewart can form. Oh, what? What? What was that? Oh, Bacon gonna steal it with a backslide. 1, 2. Oh, he nearly does. Jesus. That's not the need to win, Maury. Phoenix Splash by Elijah to Valentine, who's reeling from the Borto end still. Isn't that West winning the internet? Winning the internet. Wow, that teamwork there by Elijah Borton. That was pretty cool. The knees to win, wing the internet. Yeah, that's what they're called. Joey Bacon rolls to the outside as Borton from behind, punching Elijah straight in the face. Norton led suplex, though, by the Good Vibes Kid, hoping to steal it. That beautiful bridge. Is Borton in trouble? No, just a 2 count. Now Elijah! Win a Buster! To the 500-pounder. Valentine's still down. Borton's still down. Should have gone for the pin. And now Bacon in the corner, busted open. I didn't even see where that happened. Thumbs down. Big Ham calling for the end here. It ain't going to be a fun end. Elbow to the top of the head. Now Joey Bacon with an Irish whip to the corner. Maybe looking to finally hit the Bacon hitter. But once again, Valentine's going to ruin it for him. No, Elijah actually counters. Both men trying to kick Joey Bacon. No way he was getting out of that one unscathed. Now a double-handed bulldog, and Bacon rolls right back to the outside. Vertical base. Oh, good vibes by Elijah Stewart out of nowhere. Down on one knee. Now Borton's going to let that pin happen. No, there we go. Breaks it up. Borton's like, why I oughta. Yeah, you oughta, Borton. You're supposed to hit him. Elijah turned around with that hook to the jaw. Now Bacon still down. Borto end out of nowhere. Oh my God. Valentine from behind. Back suplex Borton to the bridge. What a finish that would be. But only a 2 count. Valentine able to survive. Now Borton going to be chucked to the outside as Joey Bacon bleeding bad now. Donning that proverbial crimson mask. Elijah Stewart getting up to his feet slowly but surely. Wants to go join the fun on the outside instead of taking advantage of Valentine, who was still getting up. Oh, now Bigger just throwing Borton around at ease. All willy-nilly. Now back suplex there by Elijah Stewart on the outside. Ooh, another wolf. We love our wolves in CMV. Double kick to the gut there by Adam Valentine. These guys just punching each other. Valentine and Elijah gotta work together? Nope. Valentine was like, nah, I'm gonna go for Bacon. Goes for a double chop to Bacon right there. Instead, Valentine gonna throw him back into the ring. Big Ham gonna try to use the ropes, get back up to his feet. Forearm smash. Oh my God! Rip Valentine that pop-up power slam. Jesus. Murdered that poor boy, but a rake of the eyes by the dirty heel. The self-proclaimed GOAT. Okay. And decided last second, you know what? I don't like Elijah very much. Oh, baby. 500 pounds. The Baconator to Valentine. 1, 2. What? No tres. Valentine surviving, getting his chest caved in there. Somehow able to kick out. Bacon back up to his feet now. Valentine trying to recuperate after getting squashed. Oh, Valentine's going to target that gash, man. Bacon's already covered in blood. Now another 11 times off that top turnbuckle. Kick up to the face. Joey Bacon closes in now. Kick to the gut, though. Valentine fires back. Borton finally brings Elijah back into the ring. Face smash off the canvas. Borton going for another Borto into Elijah. Adam Valentine with a little save there. Elijah Stewart gets lined up, I should say, on the ropes. Irish whip now, rebounds. Adam Valentine's trying to have some fun instead of paying homage to his tag team partner, Xander Slate, with a Slate Walk Slam. Now Valentine lets it capitalize. Scoop Slam attempted, drops down behind as the Moo Man neck breaker. Dragon Sleeper attempted by Borton, but Valentine able to escape with a couple of knees to the face now. Tilt-a-whirl DDT. Gonna floor the Milk Madness. Turns right around. The quickness of... Oh, that kick by Valentine. That was nasty. Dragging him away from the ropes now. Valentine hoping to finish here. Elijah just getting back up to his feet. He's not going to get it in time. No, but hold on. Not a 3 count. Oh, that double kick again. This show is brought to you by water. Africans don't have it. That's why it's good. Joey Bacon backed up into the cold. I don't know what the hell that was by Elijah Stewart. Now double boots to the chest. Borton's back into the mix now. All 4 men on their feet. From behind, Borton looks to capitalize. Gets an elbow to the face instead. And Elijah Stewart with dark matter. Borton also taken out with a slapjack, I do believe. Down to the outside goes Elijah. Now Bacon and Borton are down. The 2 men who will clash alongside their respective partners next Sunday for the World Tag Team titles at Exodus. They both begin to move at the same time. Both using the ropes to get back to their feet at the same time. Who's going to get the first hit off, though? It will be Borton. And Borton with a Borto end. Elijah preoccupied with Valentine on the outside. 1, 2. She's always about to let the pin go down. I think Bacon actually kicked out on his own there. Elijah Borton just says, okay, I'm leaving by. And a brain buster out of Bacon. Stewart looks to capitalize. Hooks the leg. And now Valentine trying to make that save. I don't have time. 3 count. Elijah Stewart gets the W. South, east, and west. Everybody know my name. Can you handle this? Handle this? Can you 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 handle this? South, east, and west. South, east, and west. Everybody know my name. Oh, Dunson Toyota. Echo, you know you're the biggest Elijah Stewart fan on the face of the earth. Got those Elijah Stewart posters all over your wall. Everybody know my name. Alright, my friends. As always, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, make sure you do follow me. Next time I'm live, of course, is Monday for Fusion, a big Fusion card. Episode, I really wish it would have fallen on fucking Fusion, but the world title on the line is Hayden, and his first matchup on Fusion in over a year and a half challenges Voice Vindy for the Undisputed Championship. Folks, I can't believe 400's falling around. It's a good. We have a lot of debuts coming on the reality wrestling card, so make sure you do follow so that you know when I go live. And if you want to be a part of CMV, join right there, post it for you in the chat. You get a link to our website. All you got to do is choose a username and a password. It takes about 2 minutes, and bam, you're in. Now we will download your call. CMV let you know more about us. Our Twitter is official. CMV _. Make sure you follow that for updates and what have you. And of course, my YouTube channel is linked to my Twitch info page. You want to check that out for all the past episodes. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Hopefully, thanks for joining me, and have a splendid night.